If you attend any pro boxing show in South Florida, it is virtually a guarantee that you're going to see this gentleman sitting at ringside with his laptop, bringing boxing fans the latest updates and insights into all the action. It's something he's been doing with a great following for many, many years. He was born in Havana, Cuba in 1959, then came to the United States with his family. He would go on to attend Miami High School, and by his senior year, he served as sports editor of the high school newspaper. He earned his associate degree in journalism from Miami-Dade Community College and would go on to earn his bachelor's from the University of Miami and a master's from St. John's University. In 1980, he joined the Miami News and began to cover small area boxing shows in South Florida. His first published work was an article about former welterweight champ and Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Luis Fernandez. In 1982, he had the chance to cover, as I mentioned earlier, the greatest fight ever in the state of Florida, Arguello versus Aaron Pryor in the Orange Bowl. He left the Miami News in 1988, but continued as a correspondent of the Associated Press covering boxing. He joined the Miami Herald in 1995 and established his Spotlight on Boxing column that runs every Monday and very heavily followed. His work and talent are much appreciated. He serves his sport by serving on the board of directors of the Boxing Writers Association of America. He also serves his community as a member of the Miami High School Sports Hall of Fame Executive Committee. Whether it's complete start-to-finish coverage of a show or an in-depth look at the sport and its many stars, the professionalism in his writing is not only respected by those who love the sport, but also very much appreciated. We show him our appreciation by welcoming him to a seat that he has truly earned. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame class of 2014, boxing writer Santos Perez.
Thank you, Bob. This is truly an honor. I would like to thank Butch and Kathy Flansburgh for overseeing this beautiful organization that is the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. It's been a beautiful weekend, wonderful weekend, meeting so many friends, making new friends, running into old friends like Romero, Doc Fields, Rick Bays, I can go on and on, Frankie, Dwayne Simpson and Rick Encinosa. What can I say? Two good friends that I had the pleasure of knowing for more than close to 40 years. 4 years, they have been after me. We're gonna nominate you. We're gonna nominate you. I would tell Dwayne and Rick, nominate someone else that came before me, someone that preceded me and did good work, but they kept insisting. Rick and Dwayne, thank you. Boxing has been a love of mine long before I wrote my first sentence for publication. As a kid growing up, first in Cuba, and in late 1960s and early 70s Miami, the sport was ingrained in my psyche by my father, Jose. He shared with me stories of the great fighters and fights from pre-1959 Cuba, but also the historic bouts and and legendary pugilists that stretched beyond my native country's shores. From those early conversations with my dad, boxing grew into a passion that I still have today. My dad passed away 11 years ago, but I continue to miss him and never stop appreciating his love, guidance, and support. Having a passion for boxing and sports in general coincided with my devotion to writing. My career in sports journalism could not be possible with the support of many important friends, colleagues, and mentors. My high school and college journalism teachers, Judy Krenick and Peter Townsend, who taught me the basics and helped me tap my understanding of processing thought into written word. Steve Wine of the Associated Press, George Rojas of the Miami Herald, editors who continue to allow me a platform to write stories about this great sport. Tom Archdeacon, one of the country's finest sports writers, whom I had the honor of working with at the Miami News. I admired his beautiful prose when it dealt with boxing. Tom's sports writing, and especially during the 1970s and 80s in Miami, hopefully will earn him his own Hall of Fame distinction someday. One influential friend I will never forget is Leo Suarez. Thanks to Leo, I had the honor of having my first written works published, first at Miami High and later Miami-Dade Community College. Leo's belief in me continued into what became my profession. Leo gave me the opportunity to write for the Miami News when he hired me in 1980, and later at the Miami Herald. Covering boxing has provided me with the opportunity of making an endless number of friends through the years, some of whom left impressive legacies in the sport, thanks to Hall of Famers Chris Dundee, Angelo Dundee, and Felix Zavala, thanking them for allowing me to learn the intricacies and nuances of boxing, as well as sharing with me amusing and thought-provoking experiences of their storied careers. I also can't forget the impression left by my boxing godfather, Hank Kaplan. My knowledge of the sweet science was further enhanced thanks to Hank. In the days before the internet and instant information gathering, Hank was a source for thousands of boxing writers. Hank's gentle way, the way he treated people, truly made him loved all over the world. This 4-decade career covering boxing also could not be possible with the support of my family. My mother Benicia, who turns 92 in 2 months, remains so proud of her only child, just as when I was in diapers. God truly has blessed me with a beautiful and caring wife and children. To my wife Nuria, my son Izzy, and daughter Brianna, thank you for all your love, support, and patience, putting up with me, working long hours and late hours all these years. I love you all. In closing, I couldn't be happier that I am part of a Hall of Fame class which includes friends like Walter, Tutico, Luis, Jose, Paul, men I have known for more than 30 years. Congratulations to you and the rest of the 2014 inductees. Again, thanks to the Hall of Fame committee for such an unforgettable honor. This humble man from Marianao, Cuba, and Miami, Florida, is truly appreciative and thankful to be mentioned among boxing royalty. God bless you, and thank you very much.